Hi, I'm here with Hayley Dutton. She's a professional hair and makeup artist.
Yes, I am.
Here in Sydney.
Yes.
Thanks for your time, Hayley.
Pleasure.
Today we're going to talk about 3 easy skincare tips for new mums, because I know, I'm not a mum, but I've had children, and I know when you first have a child, it's just totally overwhelming and crazy, and
oh yes, absolutely.
You don't know which way's up.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You're lucky to get in the shower.
Yeah,
so,
totally. Brushing your teeth, thing of the past.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't worry, I've brushed my teeth this morning. It's all good.
So I guess for this video, I just want to ask you about some easy ways that new mums can just look after their skin.
Absolutely.
At the bare minimum.
Yeah, totally.
So what tips would you have? Oh, firstly, why does it matter? Why would a new mum want to look after
Why
their
is
skin?
skincare important?
Why is it important for new, especially
Absolutely.
for new mums, when you've got a million other things and covered in vomit and
my goodness,
you haven't changed
absolutely.
in a few days.
Yeah.
Why does skin matter?
You've barely changed your clothes, let alone had a shower and brushed your teeth. Yeah, look, it's really, really important because, as we were saying, getting out the door, I mean, you're in that baby bubble, so you're probably not going to be leaving the house anyway. But when you do get to that point when you are leaving and you are going out into the big wide world and wanting to feel amazing, we've got to get that kind of basic skincare under wraps. Now, I know that you're probably not showering, as I said, you're not even brushing your teeth, but if we can just look at allocating that little bit of time in the morning or during the day or at nighttime, whatever you've got someone to look after the bub, because I know for me personally, with baby number 1, I'd be in the shower, half in and out of the shower, the bouncers on the floor, like I was lucky to get that shower in the morning. So yeah, we've just got to get that skin really beautiful so that it does help you feel good, and you do want to leave the house and take those beautiful selfies with the baby.
Yeah.
So I've actually got my 3 top skincare tips. Now the first one is to make sure you allocate that time during the day. So as I was saying, it's really hard to get that moment for yourself, but you might find in the morning when you've got your partner or friend or family member there, getting breakfast ready, you can kind of duck off. It might even be in the middle of the day when you've got that nap time thing going, and those nap times will change. You've got the early morning, the middle of the day, the afternoon, and as they get older, that changes again. Yeah. Or it could be of an evening after you've got the baby down, could be before the dream feed. Whenever it is, just find that allocation of time where you've just got 5 minutes to yourself. Think of it as that little bit of me time, and you're gonna need it. I wish I had done that. Okay,
sure.
So allocation of time.
First step is to allocate some time for yourself, even just
Absolutely.
5 minutes.
5 minutes will be more than enough. Yeah, Perfect. I mean, you could probably even do it quicker. The second tip would be working out what your skin type is. So this is really, really important because your skin type changes. I mean, it changes as we age, but definitely changes, when you're going through that hormonal pregnancy stage, then even hormonal again afterwards. So we really need to work out what our skin type is so that we can buy the appropriate products for our skin type. So I know you're probably going to ask, oh, hang on, how do I work out what my skin type is? Sure. So there's a couple of different skin types. So generally we find that women that have just had a baby or are pregnant will tend to have a combination skin. So what that means is we can have some dry and oily parts on the face. So that's combination. You have oily, you have dry and sensitive. So sensitive skin you'll know because you get sort of red and you do react to products. So we just need to make sure that we know if we're feeling the skin is quite tight, that's normally dry skin. Oily, obviously you'll find that you have a lot of oil through those T-zones, and combination a bit of both. So we just need to work out what the skin type is so that when we are hitting the shops and going shopping to buy our products, we know exactly what products we need to buy for our skin type.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on from that, continuing on from what you're saying, what kind of products and brands would you recommend, like Australian ones, for new mums? Whether they're luxury or supermarket, like which way would you direct people?
The $1 billion question, right? This is what I get asked about my makeup kit, about what I use. Yeah. What do I buy? And that's a really interesting question, and that will vary from person to person. So you touched on a really good point there around, are we talking luxury, are we talking budget? Really whatever suits your budget. And I mean, at this time of life, we're not doing a lot of luxury shopping. We are kind of like either ordering the groceries online or popping into the shops if you're like got a screaming baby and you're like, you have the baby, I'm going to Coles, right? That's like that's your outing, heading to Coles. So what I would suggest is, let's just keep it really simple and let's find all of our products in Coles or Kmart or Big W, so supermarket brands. And as I say to people as well, just because you're paying a lot of money for something doesn't mean it's any better. You know, first of all, we need to know what skin type we're looking for to make sure we get the appropriate product, but you will find a plethora of products, great products available for you in a supermarket. You know, so what you really need to do, also Priceline, Chemist Warehouse, sure. Great places. I mean, you're going to be popping into Priceline and Chemist Warehouse to probably get your nappies and, you know, your pseudo cream and all that kind of stuff. Exactly. You know, and those places have great sales. They have like Mad Monday at Chemist Warehouse where you're getting 50% off. So I always say, do your big shops when they've got their sales on like that. So in terms of brands, look, there's so many different ones. You've got like at the higher end in terms of supermarket, you've got beautiful Antipodes. Now that's an organic brand, so they have some really, really beautiful options in skincare. But then when you're having a look down at the scale in terms of price point, you've got Nivea. You know, there's so many different options. So what I would just reiterate is make sure whatever you're buying, you make sure that it's for your skin type. You can have a look, you can shop by special as well, you know, whatever brand you see is on special.
For these products that you're recommending, do they actually say on the packaging what type of skin they're for?
Absolutely.
So will it say combination, dry, sensitive, will it get oily? Would it give those options?
It will, yeah. So just to sort of delve into a little bit more detail. So a cleanser, that's a very important product to have. So if you are purchasing a cleanser, if you've got oily skin, you're going to be looking for more of a gel cleanser. A gel cleanser. So that will actually say on the front, a gel cleanser for oily skin. If you've got really dry skin, you're going to be looking for something a little bit more milky. So as you can understand, when it's dry, you're wanting to give more nourishment and moisture. So you're looking for something that's very creamy or milky, and it'll say on there as well. Normally they'll say for oily skin or dry skin, but if not, just think about the opposite that you're looking for. So oily skin, you're wanting something to kind of remove that oil. So generally it's a foam or a gel. And with oily skin, for oily skin, and for dry skin, you're looking for something with more moisture. So more of a cream, or a milky kind of finish. Let's talk about luxury products as well. So I don't want to rule out luxury. Like, I mean, if that's your little thing that you're giving yourself, if that's your little present, those beautiful products that you love, by all means, go do it. I mean, you may already be ordering your products online anyway. Some of my favorite skincare products in terms of more of that luxury bracket, you know, I do love Ella Bache. Ella Bache is beautiful. They do have a lot of kind of natural ingredients. Not that natural is always the way to go, but I just do love the finish on those products. I also love Synergy Skin. One of my very good friends actually developed all of those products, and they are amazing. Lots of really great anti-aging options and lots of nourishment, which is what you're needing to do. You're really needing to feed the skin at this time, especially when you're breastfeeding and all of those nutrients are going to the baby and lacking sleep. We need all of that good stuff. Dr. Spiller's also great. And also Rationale is also beautiful as well. So when you do go shopping, what products do I need to buy? What do I need in my regime? So definitely you'll need a cleanser. So definitely find that cleanser that works for the skin type. You're also going to want a really nice serum, an overnight serum or a day serum, whenever it is that you're figuring is the best time for you to be popping that on. So basically what a serum will do, it was basically help the skin sort of maintain that moisture. So once you put your cream on, the serum's already gone in and kind of, you know, swollen the cells so that when the moisturizer goes on, the skin can really kind of soak all of that in. And there's lots of different type of serums. I'm always just looking for something that's hydrating, because essentially that's what we want to be doing. Unless you are, you know, concerned with fine lines on the face, you can look at other options that are a more kind of an anti-aging option, but definitely a serum for hydration. An eye cream, definitely. Eye cream's really, really important. And from the age of 30 and upward, we definitely want to be using an eye cream because underneath the eyes are usually quite dry in terms of, you know, oil dispersion on the face. And we also need to make sure that we are using a specific eye cream, because what some people will say is, oh, I'm using a sorbolene cream over my face, why can't I use it under the eyes? Well, under the eyes are a very delicate area and it needs a lightweight product and also something that does have that extra hydration. And then a moisturizer. So we can talk day moisturizer and night moisturizer. What I would say at this time, stick with one moisturizer, because you're not sure what part of the day you're actually going to be doing this. You know, we're probably not going to have our morning and night routine just yet. When we do get to that stage, definitely a moisturizer with an SPF in it. and then at nighttime something a little bit more nourishing for an overnight kind of treatment. But at the moment, just be looking for a simple face moisturizer. So just to recap, we've got a cleanser that we need, a serum, an eye cream, and just an everyday moisturizer. That's it.
Great. Okay.
4 products.